In this session, we're going to talk about a simple search engine optimization WordPress plugin, boy, say that 5 times fast, to improve your visibility and your results. It's free, it's simple to use, it does take a little bit of time, but hey, you want more business, right? So let's get to it. I'm Barbara Lorraine, and this is the tutorial series of how to build your business and your website designed for success, designed to help you make more money and get more business. During this video, you might hear airplanes going overhead, you might hear my doggies barking, and you might hear me clicking on the keys on my computer. And this is all about helping you get greater small business success. So in this, we're going to be talking about SEO Yoast for reaching business success. We're going to set up and use SEO Yoast's free plugin to improve readability of your page, keywords and usage per page, on-site and off-site links, SEO check and report, page titles, headings, tags, descriptions, URLs, navigation, content quality, and image optimization. All of these are important for your SEO, and Yoast makes it easy enough to get that job done. We'll go one step at a time from installation to using SEO Yoast to optimize your site for a better visitor experience and for better search engine results. To install, go to your site's WordPress dashboard, click Plugins, and choose New. In the search box, write SEO Yoast, install, and activate. All of this is important, but I'm saving the best till last. So once you have plugged in your plugin, it shows up right in the dashboard. You'll choose the general page. And here, on my site, there are no problems at this time. You might see something different when you first get into it. And it'll say, good job, you detect no serious SEO problems. But is that really the goal that you want? To have no problems? What is your goal? Don't you want to have the best customer experience for your site visitors, for your prospects and your clients? Don't you want to have the best search engine results? Yeah, so it's not just about doing okay. So you'll open the configuration wizard, and then you get a welcome. You'll just configure SEO Yoast. Make your answer on each of the 11 pages. It's easy. Just click through from one page to the next. And if there's anything that you can't answer right away when you first go through it, just skip that one. You can go back again later. Now you go to count the links in your text on the general page. Good. And you just click that link there underneath where it says test link counter, and then you'll get a report. Good job. All the links in your text have been counted. You'll get a readability analysis. And readability is really about customer experience, visitor experience. And you'll also get a keyword analysis. And then you get a general report on readability. In my case, it needs some improvement. And on SEO. And notice the report there. There's one red dot where it says that my keyword doesn't appear in your first paragraph. Well, sometimes I find that sometimes the analysis SEO Yoast does isn't exactly accurate because look, on my web page, here's the header. Right after that is the keyword for that page, small business success, and it is there, but Yoast is saying it isn't. And that's the only negative mark, the only red spot that I have going on. I can't fix it, can I? Now, not all red dots mean that it's something that you can't fix, but you should be able to explain. You got some explaining to do what's going on with that red dot. In this case, I can explain it. I really can't fix it, can I? By choosing advanced settings, once SEO is in your dashboard, you get these settings, these additional settings showing in the dashboard under where it says SEO. We'll come back to these options in a minute. For now, I just want you to notice that you open up a whole bunch of more things to do once you've got SEO loaded in. On the security tab, notice it says that if you have it on disabled, the advanced section shows you metabots, allows a user to no index posts or change the canonical. These are things you might not want to do if you don't trust your authors. Only administrators can do this. Enabling the advanced box allows all users to change these settings. So give some thought to which of these options you're going to enable or have disabled. Okay, now let's walk through the options that we have here under your dashboard. Under titles and metas, you can choose how these are going to look. I think it's best to just choose the first option, keep it simple. You don't need to get fancy with this. And then this is how it looks then in the URL, barbaralrain.com/training-services. Simple, you don't have to get fancy with that. When you're editing the front page itself, you have that simple URL line. Now you're on and when you add that, it includes your keyword that you've chosen for that page on the tab, along with your logo. On the home page, it says Small Business Success Stories. On the page about video marketing, I would change it so that it says video marketing. On the page where I talk about email marketing, that would say up there above the URL line, email marketing. Under post type, you can just leave that all the same. Under taxonomies, if you have contributors on your site, as you put it at no index, you can avoid a penalty for having redundant content on your site. If you're using Yoast, click to show it. Now, on the other tab, if you write articles and posts with content that remains relevant over time, say yes to the index archive so those pages can indeed be found. Now, under the next tab, which is accounts, you click on social. Your social profile, you can fill in the URLs of each of your social profiles and then save those changes. You just go through the list. Now, in those accounts, then you can choose Facebook and put in the Facebook app ID. And to get your Facebook ID, you go to developers.facebook.com. In the top navigation bar, click Tools. locate on the page and click the Graph API Locator, click User Access Token, and check where it says email. Then click the blue button that says Get Access Token that you see pictured here at the bottom right of the screen, and then copy your ID number and paste it into Facebook settings. Easy enough. Now, for me, it's often still intimidating when there are all of these steps that I have to take, but just go one step at a time. Remember to breathe. No, this is easy. It's like, oh, where am I going to get my ID number from? Well, you're going to get it right where I've given you 7 steps to get there. Easy peasy, one foot in front of the other. Next, you go to Google+. If you have a Google+ page for your business, add that URL here and link it on your Google+ page's About page. You get your Google Publishers page. You can just type it in there. It's always plus whatever your page name is, and then click Save Changes. Now, we've looked at the titles and metas, we've gone through social. Now we're on XML sitemaps. You want to enable this, and then you can find your XML sitemap at X when you click the link that they give you there. You didn't need to generate the XML. This does it for you. And you'll find entries per sitemap page. In short, a sitemap is important because it tells the search engines about the content that you have on your site and how often it is updated. This helps with search engine optimization because it makes it easier for Google to find out about the content on your site so that they can serve it up in the search results. See, so we're walking through these steps. This doesn't seem like exciting stuff. However, this gives you a competitive advantage and it puts you up to speed so that you are in the game with the big boys who are doing all of this stuff. So now let's go to, see, when your XML sitemap is generated by Yoast SEO. This is an XML sitemap meant for consumption by search engines. Wow, doesn't that sound like a very good idea? You can find more information about XML sitemaps if you click that link, and then you end up with your sitemap. Easy peasy, one step at a time. And you want to enable the functionality. So we went from general and now you're on the user sitemap. You want to enable that and then save changes. Then more about sitemaps, it's enabled. And post type sitemap settings, make sure that's in sitemap. And media, you don't need that in your sitemap. XML sitemaps, functionality is enabled. Now, are there posts that you want to exclude? In my case, true confessions here, sometimes I add to a website pages or posts that really have nothing to do with that website. I'm just using it as a holding place. Or maybe I need a URL for an image, so I'll put it into a website page. I won't publish it, it's just sitting there. So in my case, I need to go through my site and exclude those particular posts. Otherwise, Google would be confused, saying, what in the heck is she doing here on this site? Okay, now to exclude those, you need to use the number of the post. And you might be thinking, as I often do, well, where am I supposed to get that? Relax, take a breath, see where the yellow arrow is. That is where the post is. We're looking now at one of my posts. Before you build your website, 20 questions for greater success. See the number there in the URL line? You just copy that number. In this case, it's 9341. And then enter it into that line where it says post to exclude. Now, I'm not actually going to exclude that post. I want you to be able to get those 20 questions, but that's just to show how easy it is. There's where you get the number. There's where you put it in. Easy peasy. Now, the next thing that we can do is create breadcrumbs. These help visitors navigate your site. If you have authors or contributors or an e-commerce site where people are going back and forth between several pages, breadcrumbs can be helpful. And this is where you would add them. Next is permalinks. You can change URLs to strip the category base, usually category, from the category URL. What that means is in the URL line, you don't have to have the word category. You can take it out. In the interest of having a shorter category, for example, for your pages or posts, wouldn't it be better to say barbaralorraine.com/vlog, for example? Wouldn't that be better than it saying barbaralorraine.com/category/vlog? So here you can take that word category out, remove it, and redirect attachment to the parent post URL. You want to do that. Clean up permalinks, stop words. Stop words are and, in, for, those words that in a keyword, they're usually left out. But when we're making the name of a page, we might leave them in. Well, here's an opportunity to clean up your permalinks. You can remove those stop words, those connecting words that don't mean anything to Google. And you can remove the reply to variables. I keep that in. You can redirect ugly URLs to clean permalinks, and I just leave that as it is. Now, also under advanced SEO, you have RSS feed settings. The content to put after each post is in the feed, just like we saw in the URL line, that number that was the identifier for that post. Here, if you look closely, you've got your post, and then the post link, and then the blog link. They're right there in the URL line. If your post, when you add that, if your post is a borrowed, otherwise known something else, by someone online, this link attaches attribution to you and your site as the contact author and directs the content that's been borrowed onto someone else's website. It directs the reader back to your site. Pretty cool, huh? Now, Also under the tools is a bulk editor. Yoast comes with these tools. This tool, the bulk editor tool, allows you to quickly change titles and descriptions of your posts and pages without having to go into the editor for each page. Let's see this in action here. So for the title, you can go to the page and change that. You can do it with more than one title at a time, which just makes it simpler than going back and forth to go to the pages to make those changes. You can make those changes right here in the bulk editor and then save all. You can save one page, one change that you made, or you can save all of the changes you made. Also, in the bulk editor, you can change descriptions or add descriptions where you haven't had any. So as I looked at this page, I saw, oops, there were a couple of pages that I added that I did not add the meta description, and that gave me an opportunity to go back in and add a description there in the bulk editor. I didn't have to go back to the page where that was published, to the page where it was published. I could do it right here in the bulk editor. Now we're in import settings, and they're located in settings.zip. If you have another site where you have used Yoast SEO, you can copy the HTML files in that site's editor regarding all of these choices that you've made, and then paste them into this site. Since it does take time to set Yoast up, that's pretty cool, but we'll skip that. We'll skip that for now. Just know that it's available to you. Now in export settings, no doubt you've used an SEO plugin before if this site isn't new. Let's make it easy on you. You can import the data below. If you want, you can import first, check if it was imported correctly, and then import and delete. No duplicate data will be imported. If you've used another SEO plugin, though, you can try using the SEO data transporter. Make it easy. Just import it, delete the old data after import, which is recommended, and then click import. Now, in the Search Console under Settings, you look for the current profile and you want to re-authenticate with Google or authenticate in the first place because you want your website and Yoast communicating with Google. That's a lot of what we're doing this for. This is very important, very easy. You just, to allow Yoast to fetch your Google Search Console information, enter your Google authorization code. Checking the button below will open a new window. So you click on that button, get Google authorization code. You do that here, you go into your Google account, you view and manage the data, you allow that, and then you get this code, which you then post into your page on Yoast. Enter your Google authorization code. I just showed you how to get it. You might want to rewind that. Again, it's easy peasy. Trust me, if I can do it, it's easy. Easy enough. And then you just click that, put that in there, paste it in, and then click Authenticate. Save your profile. And now Google is talking with Yoast SEO to keep your site up to date and optimized. Now we look at the search console with Google. I'm going to do an entire video on this, but for now, verify your ownership. Click the recommended method. Guess why? Because it's easier. That's the arrow there shows that when you do a Google search for that, for the Google Search Console, what's going to come up is Webmaster's Verification. Verify your site ownership. Verify a website. You're going to search console homepage, and that's my doggies you hear barking. And then improve the search presence. You'll view the details of that, and that brings you here. Add all your website versions. If you have, like for me, I have barbaralorraine.com. If I also had .info and .net and .org, which I do not subscribe to that idea, but if I did, then I would click Add a Site and add those other options. The most important thing here is learn how to work with Search Console. You click on that, and if this is the only document you read, as it says there, this is it. Well, that sounds like a good clue. This is something that sounds pretty important, doesn't it? So I'm going to do an entire video about how to use the console because it's must-have information. So in the WordPress dashboard, go to Pages and choose your front page. Here I've clicked View Page so that you can see what the site looks like on the first page. But as you go into Yoast, you check the readability. I already explained to you why we have that red dot. This now is what feels like the most important stuff. Your readability, which affects your customer experience, and readability by guess who? Google and the other search engines. And then you also get information about the keywords, and you have an opportunity to put in, you look at the readability, you look at the keywords, and in this area, there's the keyword for this page: small business success training services, website, email, video marketing. Not a great sentence, but a good SEO keyword. And then you also have a place to put in your focus keyword, and you can see in your site, in my site in this case, how am I doing with the keywords and readability for this site. And I've got all green, good to go, except for that one note about the not using the keyword in my first paragraph, which I already showed you before. Yes, I am. You click Edit Snippet. You put in your SEO title. You put in your meta description. Use the keywords you want to be found for and attractive copy. So from first or other pages, you are chosen. And they want you to use a different keyword per site page. And that makes sense, doesn't it? It didn't make sense to me at first, but when you think that if I'm putting small business success for each of my pages, now Google doesn't know what to serve up. You have to make it more specific than that. Makes sense, right? So here's the analysis that you get. As I said, use a different focus keyword for each page. You might want to pause this for a moment and look at each of the items that they're analyzing in the keyword analysis. And again, here's my home page. You have to optimize your images, including your homepage image. Every single image that you're putting on your website, optimize it. I like to just put it into compressnow.com. Use the focus keyword in your first paragraph. Follow it with additional keywords. Here I have marketing, website, email, lead magnets, video, and my name is a keyword also. So SEO Yoast is helping you with the readability of your page, with keywords and usage per page, with on-site and outside links. It's looking for an SEO check and report, for page titles, for headings, and then giving you a report on that. Also looking at tags, descriptions, URLs, navigation, content quality, image optimization. All of these things affect your search engine optimization, whether you rank or not in Google and other search engines, including if you're talking about a video in YouTube, which can also be served up in Google. And so we've walked through all of these steps. It's not hard, it's tedious, but guess what? For most of these things, you only need to do it once. So which of the items we covered will you implement? What are your competitors doing? What do you need to do to get first page ranking? For YouTube subscribers only, be sure to see our program on YouTube SEO to put the search engine rankings really in your favor. Remember, Google owns YouTube. Google loves YouTube. Sometimes to get first page ranking on Google in general, it helps to have a YouTube video, which is search engine optimized, in order to help you get there. As always, with this program, we begin with the end in mind. We've got lots of topics, videos, programs, cheat sheets, infographics, and more, all to help you get more business. I'm Barbara Lorraine. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Visit and sign up at barbaralorraine.com. Connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. I am called the Queen of Small Business because I help people start a business, grow their existing business, and even turn a hobby or interest into additional income by starting a small business about that. All designed to help you improve your income, share your gifts in a bigger way in the marketplace, serve people more, make a difference for more people, and make more income. Have more freedom for yourself and your family. Until next time, this is Barbara Lorraine wishing you the very best success in your business and happiness in your life.